So am I the only guy that finds it a little bit odd that this movie is directed by the same guy who directed the original R.I.P.D, while the sequel to his film is coming out this weekend in competition with his new film R.I.P.D? It's a little interesting. R.I.P.D, or R.I.P.D as I've come to call it, stars Ryan Reynolds, Jeff Bridges, and Kevin Bacon. Now, this movie's about a cop who dies in the line of duty and is recruited by the Rest in Peace department and becomes a partner with Jeff Bridges. These guys basically go around the world and take out guys who are actually dead, hiding in a human body. Their job is to figure out who these guys are. They refer to them as deados, and then take them out, or at least take them back to custody so that they can actually go to hell where they belong. Now, right off the bat, seeing the trailer for this movie, I kept thinking to myself, that's Men in Black with dead people. That's exactly what it is. And having seen the film now, I can confirm to you that it's Men in Black with dead people. Except the original Men in Black film had two great characters, a fantastic script, and terrific special effects for this time. This movie has two characters that are okay, a terrible script, and special effects that are so obvious that it takes you right out of the movie. R.I.P.D is a movie that is all over the place. It's a movie that from scene to scene may be entertaining. You could sit down and probably not be bored with this movie, but there's just so much jumbled crap going on that it doesn't make a cohesive film. The director of this film directed Flight Plan, Red, Time Traveler's Wife. The guy can make a good-looking movie, and there's an aspect of this movie that is visually impressive. He does a lot of digital zooms and zoom out of shots to kind of make like 15 shots they probably filmed look like one. There were times in the movie where I thought, wow, that was actually a really cool way of showing that. He has an interesting visual style to him, and he kept the movie moving at least, where I wasn't sitting there wanting to leave. The movie didn't bother me or offend me. It's a perfectly watchable movie. It's just really poorly constructed in the sense that as you're watching the movie, certain events happen that are really heavy dramatically, and then other events happen that are so lighthearted that you can't really feel it. Like, it's trying to get that same vibe that Men in Black had, where you could really get that comedic sense where these two characters didn't really like each other. And Ryan Reynolds does an okay job, but he's playing Ryan Reynolds. I don't see a character there. He basically feels the same way he did in Green Lantern. He's playing a sort of likable guy who pops jokes every once in a while and has the same sort of delivery, and that's just what he does. Jeff Bridges is by far my favorite part of this movie. Jeff Bridges plays his partner. He's like this guy from the Old West. He died a long time ago, and he carries a lot of that with him, and he was by far the best part of this movie. Jeff Bridges is one of my favorite actors. Another one of my favorite actors is in this movie as well, Kevin Bacon, and he's good for what he has to do until his entire role is taken over by some CGI crap fest. That's one of the other things about this movie that I really did not like, was the use of CGI. I can't stand when you make an entire human CGI. I just can't stand it. Use some makeup, use some prosthetics, do something. Men in Black did that very well, where there were a lot of huge people and they were makeup. They used CGI sparingly, actually, in the Men in Black movies, and I was always really impressed by that. This movie just has CGI all over the place. Entire actors are giving performances as CGI people, and you just don't buy it. It's like a giant cartoon. And the movie tries to use this comedic element in which the two guys don't actually look like themselves. Jeff Bridges looks like this hot bombshell, and Ryan Reynolds looks like an Asian guy. It's kind of funny for a while, but then it just gets old after a while. The overuse of CGI, the stupid as all hell script, and a kind of phoned in Ryan Reynolds just makes this movie very mediocre for me. I'm gonna give R.I.P.D a C-. I don't really think you need to see this one. Out of the two Ryan Reynolds movies that are coming out this weekend, I wouldn't even see them, unfortunately. I mean, poor Ryan Reynolds, honestly. Like, what's going on with him lately? He was in Green Lantern. So guys, have you seen R.I.P.D? Let me know what you thought of it if you have. Did you think it was a Men in Black ripoff? As always, guys, thanks for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.